Hello everyone, welcome back to the Edain mod. Today we're going to be playing as Mordor. That is the choice I've made on Rune's Vastness. Not because there's like any special Easter egg for being on Rune, just because I want to. It's been a hot minute since I've actually made a Mordor video. I've only really shown them off on stream. So I decided to make a change. And this map, if I recall correctly, has quite a few little traps. Now, if you're not expecting them, will really punish you. Could be wrong. Might be thinking of the wrong map, but that's what I'm trying to remember. I'm going to build a Kirfungal barracks back here. I found on castle starts, you kind of want to have a Kirfungal barracks in your back line. Just so you can actually have those upgrades. Have the choice for those upgrades. Upgraded units even. And a level up for Sauron. I need 1 unit of pikes at least. I know there are wargs on this map, and I think I'm moving towards a lair that is protected by a warg lair, so we might be pushing our luck. No, goblins, that's fine. Goblins are absolutely fine. Let's move over to that lair, see if we can do anything with that. We're up against the Dwarves, okay. Get Gorbag to help defend the base. And the spiders up there. Spiders should be fine. I'm more worried about these Dwarves actually destroying my buildings. That's why I'm also building the tower. Yeah, we should be fine against both of those spiders and goblins, just for a little bit at least. Summon Gorbag's Snitch. Yeah, look at that. We just decimated those spiders. Because the thing with spiders is they no longer deal massive damage. They only are tanky. Which I think is a good improvement because they were just too difficult in maybe not past Edain, but definitely past Battle for Middle-earth vanilla. They were just too difficult to handle for some factions, and you do need to kind of have that balance. Okay, that's another lair destroyed. Goblin lair down. Again, these overseers are the reason why these Mordor Orcs even stood a chance. Because of the extra damage and armor they give them. They make them as strong as drafted peasants, which I would say fully drafted peasants are the second strongest unit, starting unit in this game. First one always being Enlarged Blade Masters. No contest. I should probably make a video saying like top 10 best, strongest early game units, because there are quite a few. The Wildmen are pretty effective, but sometimes fall behind if they're just doing damage to units and not buildings. There's a lot to mention. Okay, I'm going to make this into a slaughterhouse. Just for the... Not just for... because it's good to have a bit of variation, but because we do actually want some stuff with that. Now, one thing we Mordor Orcs will struggle with is when they start making battle wagons. And if they spam them constantly, we're going to be in big trouble. Shagrat's making us big money right now just for swinging his sword, which I'm very grateful for. And I'm actually going to build a defense banner because we're going to be constantly losing units against these dwarves. It can't be helped. They are, without a doubt, tough as the rock in which they make their craft. But we can break them. They aren't unbreakable. Just demolished that already. Bring them to me. Now, this is why I said in my last video that Ered Luin dwarves are better against Mordor, because actually the dwarves of Erebor are not just the weakest, not the weakest, the slowest. They're definitely not the weakest. but they are the slowest. So even Mordor Orcs can keep in range with them if given enough time. Let's use Shagrat's Black Orc summon. And merge with some more Orcs. What's down here? Wargs? Nope. Yes. There are wargs. I knew there'd be wargs somewhere. So that'll be where we send our pikes. I'm going to build some more tribute camps so we can get our overseers back faster. And I'm going to march down south and take that. Yeah, I've made up my mind. I need to take that. Want to take that settlement, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to change Shagrat back into Gorbag for this because when Gorbag damages buildings, we get 10 resources from his greed. Shagrat makes us gives him extra damage in an AOE and has gets resources per hit, but Gorbag gets resources per hit on structures instead of units. I'm going to build some towers in preparation, get another tribute camp, and then I'm going to build an arsenal as well. Not to keep, but just to get Sauron 1 level. Well, to use Influence of Sauron to get 1 level for all my resource structures in the base. Do another slaughterhouse just in case we need it. Let's get another pantry. And yeah, these towers, but they aren't the best at dealing damage for now. We could improve them with another Influence of Sauron. Oh, that's what I was worried about. Battle wagons. Okay, switch back to Shagrat. Summon some Black Orcs on this building. Come on, Black Orcs on the building. Yeah, that battle wagon won't die to anything other than hero damage or pike damage. And our pikes are pretty garbage, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to try and get a few more first, and then we'll get just more orc spam. And yeah, that's another reason why I want to make sure we have plenty of tough units. The crapapults. So we're going to get some reinforcements from Rune. We might as well. Rin Rune. You know what they say? When in Rune. But that is Gimli. I am afraid. I want to poison him and get Shagrat out. That's King Edain as well. Okay, we need to move the whole army back. That way we're also going to get our new shiny Easterlings. Also, the more overseers we can keep alive, the better. So let's keep them back. So all units without overseers can just go back into the fight and fight however they want. Life or death, it matters not. So long as they die. I'm going to keep trying to bait that catapult to hitting Shagrat instead of our army. Or our buildings, because there's the ones that are killing Edain and Gimli. Gimli's dead. Edain is next. Thank you, Easterlings. Okay, I'm going to get Sauron. And Gothmog. Ah, damn it. That might have killed Shagrat. Yep. We've now got 2 levels. One for having 15 units of Orcs, and another one for having Overseers. Let's get Gorbag and Shagrat back, because the value they give is too good to pass up. Stop spamming for now, though. So I want to make sure we get both our heroes up and operational. Oh, we've lost the slaughterhouse down there, and the slave farm soon. Foreign Stonehelm has arrived. That matters little to me. He will die like the others. Oh, there's also glowing in the middle of all that. Gothmog's going to use a summon. Good, we've got 3 heroes on the field now. Gorbag, make your snitch. And I'm going to demolish that arsenal. Don't need it anymore. I'm instead going to get the troll there. Because I've been noticing a slight lack of pikemen. So trolls will be very valuable right now. If I was to focus up on that. Yep, those Black Orcs making mincemeat of those Dwarves, as expected. But Foreign Stonehelm is no mere Orc, mere Dwarf. The more he takes damage, the stronger he becomes. And I'm facing using an ability because he reached level 3. Oh, that was scary. Because that ability he used gives him extra damage for free. Okay, we're not spamming Orcs right now. I need to change that. Especially pikes. Especially pikes. While we don't have our runic allies. Okay, fall back. Doesn't matter if the Overseers die anymore because we've already got the power. The extra level for Sauron even. I got what I wanted out of it. And it'll summon Gandalf, so I'm going to fall back even further, if you don't mind. I'm just going to disappear from the action for a bit. Gandalf, I'd appreciate if you didn't destroy my buildings. Let's get Nazgul, the Dark Marshal. Okay, we just need to wait till Gandalf is gone, then we can push back in with full force. Might also have to just demolish this troll there. Yeah, there's Arkengard on there now. Let's get some money back. Them getting their tier 3 power this early has really pushed us back. It's fine. We can come back from this. They didn't destroy our main lit buildings. That's the main thing we need to focus on. I need all your whips. And as well get off your horse. And get his deadliest servants. I would normally go Banner of the Red Eye first, but I've already got one Nazgul. I want to level him up. And I'm thinking. I might get rid of an Orc lair to build another, to rebuild that troll lair. But for now, let's not do that. Yeah, they're still destroying my buildings. Shagrat, make me some guards in the base. How close is influence away? Not too far away, so I'm going to build a battle tower. And because we're holding back in our base, using this on a battle tower, not specifically these sentry towers, we're doing it on a battle tower. We'll do the number of archers in each tower, which does include these towers. Which is basically the 400 resource upgrade you can get as Angmar for the towers. So, you know, really good value is gained. Let's get the Shadow Lord. Oh, I kind of fell into that one. Okay, don't get the Shadow Lord. Get another pantry first. And 2-1. Influence of Sauron. Gorthaur, you are 1 level away from giving Sauron another level. Do not die, please. Influence of Sauron is now used. Now, I don't know if we can just demolish this building now, because it's very hard to tell if the towers are actually doing anything. And I did just waste Influence of Sauron to use this, so... Although saying that, in the past, when it used to be fire arrows, you could demolish the building and it'd be fine. But I do know from experience that if you do that with the soul ability of the Wretched Wraiths, it doesn't work. Maybe the specific conditions work with different abilities. It's hard to say. But we don't need the money right. We don't need the extra 400 right now. The tower will help us when we're defending, when we need it. So I'm going to risk keeping it there for now. Have Sauron stay in this flaming form for a while, since the AoE damage he does is quite significant. Shagrat, you can die because you're replaceable. Other guy, not so much. Shadow Lord, I want you to go in on your own for a second. Try and kill off that crap of Orcs before they catch onto my antics, and then escape. Can now use the banners of the Red Eye, and I shall do so. Okay, they caught onto my antics very quickly. Fall back, Shadow Lord. Fall back and get your robes. And now you can use Morgul Blade, which unfortunately doesn't do much for us at the moment, but just keeping it on auto acquire just means he's going to hit really hard every once in a while. I'm going to demolish this Orc lair, make it into a Troll lair. And now I'm going to get those Trolls. Gorthaur, fall back, you're going to get focused. Shagrat, I want you to turn to Gorbag for a bit. Because the Kirifungol Halberdiers are much more valuable right now at dealing with the enemy at large. The enemy being the battle wagons. The wagons of battle. You guys fall back. A lot of our units are reaching all level 2 or level 3, thanks to our Banners of the Red Eye. Let's fall back since our heroes are already so badly wounded. What's going on here? That's a pretty sizable Orc army, Dwarf army. And our Black Orcs aren't holding out too long. Yeah, thankfully, once your horde gets large enough, wagons don't matter. Once they kill like 10 Orcs in a conflict, it doesn't even matter because you've got like hundred others to take their place. Gorthaur, I said already, please do not die. You guys take that settlement back. Make it a slave farm. Influence of Sauron is almost off cooldown again. I'm going to use it on probably the tribute camp just so I can get more income from my buildings. Here's a little Edain tip for people that didn't know. Banners of the Red Eye used to be a level 1 ability that only gave every Orc unit level 2. And the Overseers made 4 Overseers and was tier 3. There was also another power before the tree got changed called Endless Hordes, where which is basically the other half of Banner of the Red Eye, where it gives an Orc back from all of your units. So they merged both of those powers together, both the original Banners of the Red Eye and the Endless Hordes, and made them into what they are now, which I think is much better. Those axe throws are probably going to kill Gorthaur from range. Yep, that's fine. Just get him back. Yeah. See all those those purple spots were all the hordes of orcs that just gain a single orc back. Just one, but everybody gets one. Let's get our economy upgraded. And try and move for that crapapult while we have the chance. There's 7 power points I'm going to save up for Power of Past Stages. It's been a long time, actually, since I've shown off Gorthaur Sauron and not just Ring Hero Sauron. Oh, this has been an interesting one. I've intentionally not wanted to push out too much because otherwise I might find the ring and then I just get the ring, because why wouldn't you want the ring if you can find it? Let's get Murloc. That means that's 1 troll unlocked, so we need to get 2 more. Shagrat, you're fighting Arkengard. That is not a winnable situation. Even if you were at full health, that would be a loss. The Arkengards are that dangerous. Ah, you didn't stand a chance. That's a shame. Those Arkengard, look at them. Their health isn't even moving. That's how tanky they are right now with the final stand power. It's disgusting, honestly. The next influence of Sauron will probably be on the barracks so we can get fire arrows. Murloc has arrived and Gothmog has returned. And actually, both Gothmog and Murloc are linked to one of the power upgrades for Sauron, which is get either of them to level 5. And then Sauron gains a level. But Murloc's actually linked to another power, which is to have control at one time 4 trolls, which we are going to endeavour to complete next. So Sauron will then get to level 7 and will have more powers unlocked. But right now we're trying to deal with this crapapult. Just get it gone. Get it out. It's already gotten far too much value. Investing out Sauron, in this form at least, he has got 2 separate power trees. That ability timers are completely independent of each other, so it doesn't matter which form you're in, they'll both recharge. But that time is up. Sauron will once again reclaim his physical body and take the stage as Gorthaur the Great. Having access now to the Blade of Destiny, having a chance to release his full power, which does constant knockback damage. Also, look at him. I don't show this form off enough, but look at him. Looks like Dark Glorfindel. Don't know if that was the inspiration, but it's definitely what I associate it with. Army fall back. Gorthaur, this is your time to shine. Yeah, sometimes just being able to constantly knock down your enemies is a very good advantage. That Orc unit stood no chance, unfortunately. It's he who is grey. Yeah, look at that. He turns from just an ordinary wizard to a powerhouse in combat. No longer just forced to sit on the sidelines and watch. He can now fight as well. And he also can turn himself into a vampire, turn himself into a werewolf, or into his form that he showed, will soon show in the Rings of Power series, I hope. Annatar, the Lord of Gifts, which you can only use while there's no enemies around, but then when he is in that form, he cannot be attacked. Oh, we walked too far into pikes. Oh dear. I don't really care about the trolls though. They've already served their purpose and given me a level up for Sauron. Yeah, I find this particular form of Sauron to be the best to have overall because influence. Once influence is off cooldown, I'm then thinking of turning him into one of his other forms. Why not? Have a bit of fun with it. Get the map of Sauron. Get some fire arrows, and then we're going to recruit 3 units of orc archers. Oh, yeah. Murloc. Oh, wait. Is that our army? That's part of our army, yeah. I thought that was not an army of dwarves. The second Morgul Blade just to auto-acquire. So, which form should I show off? The Call of Vampires isn't really that interesting. Turn him into the werewolf form, which only really is powerful when he's also with other werewolves. But he's still an independent fighter in and of itself. So, in this form, his attacks bleed, which drain HP from the enemy he hits. He can briefly trample enemies without being slowed. So any non-pike that doesn't do revenge damage is just fodder to him. You can then heavily damage an enemy hero, which unfortunately there's no enemy heroes to show off right now. They can also howl, making himself and other werewolves stronger. Again, sadly, no werewolves around to make stronger. In this form, I'd say he's more of a cavalry. He's more like a cavalry form than it is a werewolf form. Because his main thing is just that he tramples and does pretty reasonable damage, although not enough to kill off a dwarf axe thrower in one charge, making him weaker than most cav units. If I was to compare them. And yeah, he's gonna die if I'm not careful, so we'll just run him away for a second. And in fact, I actually want to take an outpost, because that will give Sauron another level. Catch Moloch! Oh, I love doing that. I don't know why I find it so satisfying, I just do. Ah, it's a troll! Nope, can't fight that with this low health. No, no, no. That is consigning myself to death. How many overseers do I have that I haven't equipped to units? How many overseers have I made that have lived this long? Kind of to let some of our units die though, otherwise we can't get all 4. Oh, this Orc Horde is almost level 10. Level 5 even. Okay, let's get Gorthaur out of this form. Making sure he doesn't get slowed down from trampling, even though he still gets slowed down from trying to turn corners. I don't understand that. But let's just return him to his human form. Because Influence of Sauron is back off cooldown. I'm actually going to save it. For now at least. Because when we can... First let's get Darkness. I was thinking of getting Harad summons and then just getting the extra upgrades for summon units that Sauron can give for using it on a defense banner. But not yet. Actually, I know what to do. Use it on the Kirfungal barracks for now, just because we've got a lot of money and I want to spend it. Let's get all of our Kirfungal units. I mean, what we've got, we could probably reasonably kill off the AI right now. It would not surprise me if we could. But I want to get Sauron level 10. That's always the aim when I play as Mordor, is to get Sauron level 10, regardless of anything else going on. It is the pinnacle of perfection to get Sauron to level 10. Doesn't matter how you do it, but this is how I normally try to do it if I don't have access to an early outpost. Because an outpost holds several in the balance. There we go, we've got another upgrade. Got an extra 60 command points back. At rapid speed as well, because these tribute camps, if you hadn't guessed, does give us 25% recharge time on our powers. which is the same as the tier 4 power that the elves have, Lothlorien. I think it's 25%, might be 50. Should be 50. Seeing that Lothlorien heroes are, Lothlorien powers are quite reliable. They're not often used enough. So next let's show off the Call of the Vampires form. It's been a while. Annatar form is cool and all, but it's more of a PvP trump card than it is a... Sorry, PvP trump card than it is a PvE trump card. AI don't do anything that makes Annatar good. So show off his vampire form. Let's actually have him go down and deal with those. Actually, let's have him swarm over those spiders. Because what his ability is when he's in this form, he drains the vitality of all nearby enemies. So he doesn't actually fight himself. He's basically this is basically his fire form, but in this state. But he's just capable of doing a bit more damage. Because he can't be targeted in this form. Normally, at least. Obviously, archers can still shoot at him. But you cannot... Oh, no, he can claim settlements. Cool. Oh my god, the building got destroyed by what? What destroyed my outpost? My outpost? Outpost. The game is lagging too much. We've got too many units. Those black orcs I made ages ago and still protecting the base. Good. Crapapult, god damn it. Okay, other form of Sauron. What does this do? Cause more vampires. Which, anything around the swarm deals 75% less damage. That's almost as powerful as what thingy used to do. I can't remember what it's called. The Thingalots. The ship of Erendil. Oh yeah, and noted, these are now shooting 2 arrows at once, so that power, using that on the tower once, it has prevailed. You can also temporarily fly faster if you just need him to fly around faster, but as you can see, he's also getting hit by those axe throwers. Doesn't get as hurt as much as say like if he was getting hit by Silverthorn arrows. I think magic damage specifically does more damage to him in this form. Cannot confirm that because I do not use this form enough. Okay, let's try rebuild Minas Morgul. Our command points just keep skyrocketing above the stratosphere. Oh my god, we just hit 1800. They're summoning Beornings. Let's fall back. Pray they're not pink-skinned. Good, they're not glitched units. And then his final ability is least vitality of nearby enemies restoring his own. Which, yeah, it's just a slightly bigger hit from his ability. But other than that, he doesn't do much in this form, sadly. He is basically just his fire form, just more deadly. If you give him the chance to be deadly. But he's still not that terrifying. This form is definitely his most terrifying form. With the Blade of Destiny. You can just shred through anything at will. And with the building of Minas Morgul be almost complete, we will soon be able to summon in another fortress. Tol in Gorthaur. Gowerhof. I don't know how to say it. Don't judge me. And we just use Influence of Sauron on Minas Morgul, so if you're not aware, that means these wraiths I've been making, which I actually kind of mentioned earlier, we can turn them into wretched wraiths. Which is really good. And now I'm going to summon Tol in Gorthaur in front of their base. Which, yeah, is just basically the original fortress of Mordor from vanilla days. But it does far much more than it used to. Because in this form we can summon werewolves, we summon bats to protect it, and lightning strikes down from the heavens to smite the righteous that would dare question Gorthaur's order. And yeah, the spider, wait, no, that wasn't that. There was a blue aura that happens sometimes, other than the lightning, that makes enemy units fight each other. Did not realise that was what that did. Now I know, and I know even more. Yeah, look at that. Those dwarves are constantly fighting each other. Now here's something I wanted to know. Does this, in his current form... Actually, no. Let's show off Annatar as well. I've shown off a lot of Gorthaur, well, Sauron, in his ultimate form, but never really showing off his other forms. So let's say let's just keep him back, and we'll use Annatar next. Get rid of the fortress first, because that removes the intact bastion. Murloc, you fall back as well, because I want you to make those trolls of yours. Troll summons. If only I could use it. There we go. Mordor has got so much power. Just skyrocketing power access. It's staggering how dangerous they can be. Can I show off the final form? Annatar, the Lord of Gifts. In this form, units gain experience twice as fast but reduce their armor. Huh. Now it's nearby unit. Oh, all units, not just ours. All units. Yeah, in this form he cannot be touched. He does not have a health bar. But he can do spoiled suggestions. If units 5 for Annatar for a bit, receive damage and armor. So a good old coercing at work. You can also use Armistice. All units in here as any timeout cannot attack for 30 seconds. During this time, enemy resource structures produce more resources. So just helping the production along. And then finally, Hour of Extinction. All gates on the map in a wide range are opened. Castles and battle towers are temporarily inoperative. And during this time, enemy recruitment structures train troops at double speed. Because they know that the time is at hand, that they must fight or die. We've got 11 power points. Let's just spend on powers I can use. And yeah, that's basically Annatar. Kind of a double-edged sword in his abilities. That they're good for you, but they do give benefits to your enemy as well. And that is victory! Sauron has won the day again. Good boy. He knows what he's doing. And that's the first time I've actually won with Mordor in months, it feels like, that I've actually won without needing the ring. That is actually extraordinary. So again, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Farewell.